Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Bertha Ann and I want to say thank you for clicking. This is a set that I have made. The hat, the shrug, and the skirt. This is the skirt version of this set and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't really follow a pattern. Midway through, I ran out of yarn and that's why I used the fluffy yarn, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All right, I am going to attempt to make like a mini skirt with 2.5 ball of yarn. All right, let's see if it will get me to what I needed to. So I am using the Big Twist Lollipop Twisty yarn. It is 100% acrylic. It's a medium 4-weighted yarn. The recommended hook is a 5.5 mm hook, but I am going to be using a 4 mm hook for this project. All right, so to start off, I am going to start with a slip knot. My waist measurement is 38. My hips is 40, but I am going to make, since the yarns usually tend to stretch, I am going to do it. I'm gonna chain 38. I'm going to change all the way to 38 inches. All right, so how I start my chain is I'm gonna do my slip knot. I'm gonna start my slip knot by having the tail over my 4 fingers, wrapping the yarn twice over my index finger, bring the back to the front and bring what's in the back again over my finger, put my hook, pull. As you can see here, I could loosen or even tighten this part. All right, so to start off, I'm going to start with my chain. So to do my chain, I'm gonna wrap my hook around. Ooh, let's loosen this up a little bit. Wrap my hook around, pull through 1, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I am going to do a chain that's all the way to my desired length. When I have my desired length, I will come back and let you know. All right, so I did 110 stitches, and that gave me stretched out. I make sure I'm stretching it all the stretching it all the way out, and it gets me to 38 inches. All right, so I did my 110. I'm gonna put my hook, and I am going to make sure that all my stitches are going the same way so nothing is tangled up. And I am going to connect it using the back loop. So the back loop is these bumps. So if you put it right here, you could see these V's. So this will be the front. So this will be the kind of like the front and then the back, but we want the bumps that's directly on the back. So these bumps, I'm gonna put my hook through that bump like so. Again, just making sure everything is going the same way. Okay, and I am going to pull up a loop. Pull up a loop, and I have 2 loops. I'm gonna take the front and just pull through. like so. So now I attached my my circle. This will be my circle. I'm going to chain up 2, 1, 2. Gonna go back in the bump, and I'm going to do double crochet. So doing double crochet, I'm gonna wrap my yarn around, go back to the bump. See, so I'm gonna be working through the bump, pull through, have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, wrap my yarn around my hook, find my next bump, like so, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so I am going to do this all the way around. Gonna do this all the way around, and once I come back all the way around to right here, I am going to show you how I do my next row. Okay, so I am at the last 2. So the reason why I did it in the bump is you could see it looked like it's hard to tell which one is the bad side, which one is the chain, which one is, you know, the top of the double crochet. So this is the chain and this is the top of the double crochet. Very uniform. You could clearly see the V's. So that is the reason why I chose to do it on the bump. You could do it the regular way, but it does take a little time, especially if you did your stitches a little tight. It will take, it's tedious work to do it in the bump side, but we got it done. So this is my last bump. Gonna put, oh, forgot to yarn over, put it in the bump, pull up a loop, 1 and 2, and then we are going to slip stitch. So this was our chain 2, 1, 2, and then on top of our first stitch right here, we're going to slip. We are going to slip stitch this close, and here we go. Okay, so this is where our chain was, and this is the top of our stitch. Okay, I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to put a double crochet in that first stitch. And then just keep working a double crochet in every single stitch, like so. Okay, so I am going to go around in every stitch. I'm going to put a single crochet, a single double crochet, and then once I get right here, I will come back. Okay, so I am at my last double crochet right here, and this is how it's looking. I'm doing my stitches really tight and close together, and it is tighter than normal because I am using a 4 mm hook rather than the recommended 5 mm. So my stitches are really close together and it does look more tight. All right, so if you want your stitches to be a little loose and more leeway, use a bigger hook. If not, you could keep using a smaller hook, or you could even use a 5 instead of a 5.5, or you could use a 4.5, but I'm using a 4. All right, so I am going to put my last double crochet right here, and this was my chain 2, so that was, so, oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was out of frame. I keep doing that. I think I need to find another stand so my hand could be, well, anyways, so I am gonna put my last double crochet right here. Okay, I'm not gonna put one here because this was my chain 2, this right here. So this is 1, 2, and this is my first stitch right here. So I'm going to slip stitch right here and then close it out. And I'm gonna chain 2 again, 1, 2, and I'm gonna put my double crochet on the next stitch right here. So you see it's very uniform. And then I'm going to go to my next stitch and put a double crochet. And basically this is the pattern for it, just double crochet with the chain 2. I am going to do this for a couple more, for a couple rows until I get my desired length for the skirt. All right, once I get my desired length for the skirt, I'm gonna come back. All right, so my yarn is ending. I'm going to show you how I add another ball. So I am going to keep going until it's a little shorter. Okay, so this is short enough. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to start my double crochet. So I'm gonna pull through. Oops. So I'm gonna yarn over, pull through. I'm gonna yarn over, pull through 2, drop that yarn, and get my next yarn, have this end, and then pull through with the new yarn to finish the double crochet. Make sure I have a nice tail to weave in at the end. What you also could do is take both ends or even one. So I'm gonna take this one, the one I started with, and just weave it in a little bit. So I am just gonna continue to do my double crochet, but with that end down, just to weave it in a little bit. Okay, you could continue weaving it in, but I'm not gonna do that. I am going to just tie a knot to make it more secure. I'm gonna pull this, and then make a knot. And then I'll weave in the end once I'm done. Now I'm just gonna continue with my double crochet. See? Gonna continue working my double crochet. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how I add a new yarn. Okay guys, so I ran out of yarn. This is all I have, and the skirt is still a bit short for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to slip stitch and finish this row. Slip stitch this last row, close, chain 1, pull the yarn through, and I'm going to weave in the end. So what I did is I went and got me the Caron, is it Caron? It's the Latte Cakes yarn. This is a 5 bulky weight yarn. The recommended hook is a 5.5, and in the color cream. All right, so I got 2, and I am going to work with doubled yarn like so. And I am going to use, actually, I think I'm going to use a 5. I'm going to use a 5mm hook. So this was where I slip stitch right here. Actually, I'm just going to add the yarn. Instead of, I'm gonna undo this last stitch like so. Okay, so I undid the last stitch. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to slip stitch. I'm gonna slip stitch, still slip stitch right here. And I'm going to add my new yarn and slip stitch this close. And on that same stitch right here, I'm gonna put my hook. Actually, on the first stitch right here, I'm gonna put my hook and then slip stitch this like so. Pull that, change my hook, and I am going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to do a treble crochet. So to do a treble crochet, I'm going to wrap my yarn twice. So that's 1, wrap 2 times, go to my next hook, my next stitch, pull up a loop. Okay, yarn over, pull through 2. I have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2. All right, and that's my treble. So I'm gonna do it again. Wrap my yarn 1 and 2. I have 3, 1, 2, 3. Go to my stitch, pull up a loop, pull up a loop. Now I have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and I'm going to do this all the way around. If I didn't run out of yarn and I could actually find this yarn again, I would have probably just kept on doing a couple rows until I have my desired length. But since I run out of yarn, and this is the only yarn that I could find to finish this skirt, so that's what I am using. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep on doing this all the way around until I come back right here.